Hey friends of Wildland Fire, Darren Clavel, your state fire meteorologist for South Dakota here. Today is Friday, July 24th, 2026. This fire situation report is valid for tomorrow, July 25th through Monday, July 27th. We got some interesting weather scenarios coming up. A couple of different things are going to be into play. But the first thing I want to talk about is the precipitation that we saw yesterday. Yesterday, we did get some beneficial rainfall across kind of southwestern and south central South Dakota. Now, the Black Hills, a few spots saw half an inch, upwards of an inch, but those were few and far between. If you think of, Deerfield Reservoir, east kind of down Rapid Creek a little bit towards Johnson Siding, they got a little bit of precipitation, half an inch somewhere on there. Some areas down in south central South Dakota, closer to like the Rosebud area, east over to the river, they picked up a half an inch to an inch and a half, but most other areas only saw maybe a tenth or 2/10 of an inch of precipitation yesterday. And it's been dry over the past 2 weeks, exceptionally dry over the past 2 weeks. In fact, the driest places that I've been really watching is really from Rapid City up the foothills, kind of to the north, and then the northwest wrapping up over towards Spearfish. That's been a very, very, very dry area. The Nemo Roz station is showing some unbelievable dry conditions. And also the Black Hills area, the Rapid City area southward towards Hermosa and wrapping into the eastern foothills there as well. In fact, the West Rapid Roz station should be approaching record high energy release component values, which you can see on your screen now. So today, Friday, is going to be a drying day, right? We're seeing temperatures in the 90s across the prairies, 80s in the higher elevations of the Black Hills. Still a little humid out there, but there's a lot of sunshine, unimpeded sunshine, not a lot of cloud cover, really not a lot of smoke in the air. And so that's really going to bake the fuels, allow that moisture that we picked up yesterday to really, really dry out. Now, if we move forward into the weekend, overnight tonight, we're going to have some drier air pushing in, and we're only going to see relative humidity recoveries up into that 40 to 60% range. Tomorrow is going to be hot, like ridiculously hot, like, pavement will be melting kind of. Okay, maybe not that hot, but it's going to be really, really, really hot. High temperatures anywhere from 100 degrees to up to 110, 111. Some places across the western South Dakota prairies will be in the 90s in the Black Hills. Now, our minimum RH is going to range anywhere from maybe 12 up to 22%. Very dry conditions. However, there is enough moisture in the air to create some of those dry thunderstorms. We'll start to see some of that convection picking up around the noon hour tomorrow, and we're going to have a chance for dry thunderstorms really from noon tomorrow all the way through the night, actually, Saturday night going into Sunday morning. Kind of getting this little wave that's moving across the ridge. It's going to just create some convection out there, and so we're going to have some opportunity for some dry lightning. I say dry lightning in two ways. One, it's going to be just really, really dry outside. So any rain that does fall is going to evaporate. And two, we're riding the top of this ridge, which means our storm motions are going to be faster than what we've been seeing. In fact, these storm motions, man, they're going to be moving faster than like Jimothy the viral raccoon, okay? So they're going to be moving right along. The storms that we've seen over the past couple of weeks haven't moved at all. They've parked over a spot, maybe dropped a half an inch of rain. Some lightning goes down in the rain core, but these are totally different. They're not going to be dropping much in the way of rain, but they are going to be moving off to the east. I think our best opportunity for dry lightning is going to be across kind of the southern tier counties of South Dakota. But across the Black Hills, that threat exists there. So again, that's Saturday afternoon, going into the evening, and even through some of the overnight hours into Sunday. Sunday, in terms of temperature and relative humidity, is going to be very, very similar to what we're seeing on Saturday. Highs in the low to mid 100s across the prairies, 90s in the Black Hills. RH is dropping maybe as low as 10%, up to 20% across a lot of the area. There is an outside chance for a little bit more of a dry thunderstorm on Sunday, but again, that chance is much, much smaller than it is on Saturday. Monday, almost a carbon copy of Sunday, except for the fact it'll be a little bit cooler. It'll still be really, really dry, but temperatures might max out from 98 to 103. The last thing I want to point out with these dry thunderstorms is because those cloud bases are so high and becomes their storm motions are a little bit faster, they could produce some significant gusts. We're talking gusts from 40 to 60 miles an hour as these kind of dry thunderstorms scamper off to the east and the southeast. So if we do get some ignitions, we could see some outflow winds. Yes, that's going to impact initial attack on the ground, but if there are thunderstorms around, they're going to have very strong downdrafts with them. So it will impact aviation assets as well. So keep that in mind as we move through the next 72 to 96 hours. Good luck out there. If you need anything, feel free to reach out, call, email, text, whatever it is you need to do, and stay safe. And on the note of staying safe, if you're working a fire and it's 106 degrees out, pay attention to yourself and your crew members for those heat-related illnesses. I encourage you to look up symptoms of heat-related illnesses so you can pay attention to that as we move through these next critical 3 days. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, and best wishes and good luck.